Welcome to Scoolinary, the online cooking school that transforms people and connects cultures. You will learn with the best chefs in the industry, and you will discover the broadest online catalog of topics related to gastronomy. We publish new courses every week. In our podcast, we have coffee with a chef every week. Each of them will tell us about their experience and their vision for the culinary world to help you better understand this exciting industry. Come on, join us for coffee. Today we have Natacha Gómez-Dupuy joining us for coffee. Natacha is a culinary ambassador, wine advisor, disaster relief trainer of trainers for the Caribbean, and catering chef, in addition to being an award-winning cookbook author for her book, Bak Fritay, Haitian Street Foods. Hi, Natacha. Welcome, and thanks for joining us for coffee.
Hi, Wendy. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to talk with you about food and what we like in the Caribbean.
Great. I'm glad to have you. Before we begin, a question that we ask all of our guests is, are you a coffee drinker?
Oh, I love coffee. I
How do you...
love coffee, and we're currently working on having our own coffee to market.
Oh, wow. So how do you take your coffee? Or tell me, how would you prepare your own cup of coffee?
I love café noisette. It's French, and it's not it. Café noisette translate to hazelnut. It's not about the flavor. It's mostly about the color. Since a kid, I never liked milk, so I love that, and you can really translate that. I take to the Italian macchiato.
Ah,
It's a little
okay.
bit of milk, a lot of coffee, and I love it with brown sugar, lots of it.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
It
If
is
you...
brown sugar likes give you a more earthy flavor for the coffee.
Oh, yeah. I was wondering if you would please tell us in your own words who you are and where you're from so that our listeners have a chance to get to know you a little bit better.
I'm Natacha Gómez-Dupuy. I'm from Haiti, in the Caribbean. I'm a travel chef, and I've been cooking for the past 20 years. My focus is more about French Caribbean cuisine, but with a focus on promoting local ingredient and promoting also the culture of the Caribbean, and by trying to make Caribbean food into fine dining. So
Wow.
that's why we created the label New Asian Gastronomy, New Caribbean Cuisine, um, to implement that by doing festival with food theme product. Like I did the coffee, I did the mango, and I remember once I participated in the mango festival in Florida, and that led Haiti to be the main guest in the next year for that festival. So what we do to promote the Caribbean can be translated in having to be guest chefs on cruise line, in food festival, in food shows, to really let people know about our heritage and where we want to the Caribbean to become a culinary destination.
Yes, and let's learn all about that, starting with your family. Uh, you mentioned once that your family is big family and that you guys like to party.
Oh
I
yes.
was wondering if you can take us along on one of your big family gatherings in Haiti. What I mean is virtually, that is. What would we experience if we were invited to join your family for a meal?
Um, First of all, especially in the northern part of the of Haiti, Cape Haitian, we are very warm and welcoming. First thing that you will hear also, it's fun, it's a lot of noise, lots of people, and lots of food because like I said, we are a big family, and when we invite, it's like the cousin, the aunties, the friends of friends, everyone is there. Nothing is small in my family. And like we will start with appetizers, and It's like an international buffet. We could start with some plant-based, like we have the akra that are malanga feeders. We'll have some kibe that is from the Arab world. We love shiktai. We made it with conch or shrimp or smoked herring. Smoked herring is one of the staple in Haitian cuisine also. And then for the main dish, we love grilled food. You can have some grilled goat. We love our griot. It's like the Cuban fried pork. Um, we use a lot of beans also. Our national rice is made of rice and red kidney beans. We love stews. um, because some ingredients are also are native to us that we like our chicken, our turkey, they are really good. You could have that also. And for dessert, we love ice cream. Like my mother makes an amazing coconut ice cream and some fruits. And like I say, going back to the grill, we love chicken, we love goat, the fish also. Basically, it's what we will have in a typical meal with us, international.
And is it true that you get to know a country by its food and its culture? I think you mentioned that somewhere. I was wondering, what can we learn about Haiti through its food?
Yes, you can get to know a country by its food and culture because through the food you get to know the history of that country. You get to know the geography. You get to know the techniques, the way we cook, and you learn the science behind the food being cooked also. Like when you're visiting Haiti, to know about our history, it's like the tomatoes, the peppers, the corn, even the mangoes that are from South Asia, but they were introduced by the Spanish. From the Tainos, we have the cassava that we still consume in Haiti, in also in the Dominican Republic. And from Africa, we have the culture is like even the way certain person eat, like the bear eating food, because they have the fufu in Africa, and some parts in the northern part of Haiti, Aubonne, they call it fufu, but in the southern part of Haiti they call that tom tom, and it's like a mash that is used in Africa with the cassava, but in Haiti we use breadfruit, and you eat it with a stew. But the fun part of that is you don't get to chew that food; you just have to swallow it.
Oh, interesting. I think that's a nice summary of Haitian food. It's a real blend of different influences that have arrived across the centuries and from around the world. Are there any unique Haitian ingredients that you would say that are specific to Haiti?
Yes, I can take really of two-star ingredient of Haitian cooking. We have the jonjon, who is the black mushroom that you can only find in Haiti and some part of the country. It's a mushroom when it's dried that we used to soak it and use the water only. But recently, what I did the oil from it, and traditionally we use it in cornmeal or rice. But I was the first to do the pasta with it, and it's really good. And we introduced it in bouillon also. And there's a bread we're doing now with a jonjon that is amazing. The second one, I will say, even the mango is from Southeast Asia, but we have a variety, the Francis mango, that you can only find in some region of Haiti in small batches.
I think one of the most fascinating things about Haiti is that organic green ingredients are more of a norm than an expensive luxury item like you might find in other parts of the world. What can the rest of the world learn from Haiti about organic food production?
Um, I think Haiti has a way of doing agriculture that is really interesting to know about. It's mostly community based. There's a word to it. It's called Combit. Combit, it's a gathering of local farmers and other volunteers. When it's time to plant, they all come together. They bring their skills. It's free labor. It's like I say, it's communities. Everyone is together and they start planting. And what we do also, it's like the cover crop, the cover planting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, for example, if you go to a um, plantation, you can see under that plantain you will find okra and you will find Scotch bonnet peppers, and underneath you will have sweet potatoes. That all those retain the soil. So Haiti is really prone to hurricane or natural disaster. So I think that way of doing agriculture, that way of having organic products, it's a good thing that the rest of the world can know about.
Oh, that is interesting. And you credit your grandmother with inspiring you when you were young to learn about the ingredients that go into Haitian cooking. So, now how do you inspire that same curiosity in others with respect to being a food ambassador?
Um, I think people love stories, and I think if you talk about food, I love food, and I remember once one of my cousin told me, when you talk about the food, when you eat, your eyes, your face lit up. This is me. So I think when you talk about different culture, when you talk about your favorite food, the way you represent it, the way you, for example, you tell how a dish is cooked. Some dishes require multiple members of the family to cook together. So food created a bond. So I think by talking, I travel a lot. I'm a travel chef. And by that, I get to experience other culture and I can see also how we all connected. And sometimes talking about that connection to someone from another culture make them want to experience yours. And I think it's one of the best way to inspire people and make food fun also, because I do a lot of demos. Um, so even if you have kids there, you can make them join you. Food, it's like making mealtime a social occasion also by involving everyone in it, and by encouraging people also to cook different cuisine at home so they can explore different flavors and textures.
You won a World Gourmet Cookbook Award for Bak Fritay, Haitian Street Foods. What were some of the standout dishes from the book?
I would say from Bak Fritay, the recipe that I would say that gave an impact is the akra, because it's like our food heritage. Because Haitian food, it's all about all the influences of the akra that is from Ghana, and in certain region of Haiti that we adapt it, but it's the same flavor. We have the griot, we have the dukunu, and we have also our French, what we call fromage blanc, but we call fromage let in Creole. That in France, they just eat it that way. Us, we take the syrup from the cane and we pour over it for breakfast.
Nice. You also, in addition to cooking and your various roles on the international culinary scene, You're a specialist in wine pairing. What kinds of
Yeah,
wines do you like to work with?
I have a specialization in champagne. I love champagne, and because you can have it from early in the morning with your mimosa, your Bellini, and work it through the day. I love champagne because it's marks celebration. But for me, each day that you are alive is a celebration, and I use it also in my salads. In my I do mean vinaigrette, a strawberry vinaigrette with champagne. I love to do a granita and even champagne jelly. Champagne, it's my go-to drink, and it's my favorite drink in the world with rum.
Are there any other wines that you would like to work with, or are you good with champagne?
It's difficult. There's so much good wines now from Chile, from Spain to South Africa. But there's one I heard about. I think that will go pairs well with Caribbean food. Is the 1 second? Is the Vega Sicilia Unico, the Grand Reserva that is from Spain.
Okay, noted. Cooking trends come and go all the time. Um, we know that. How do you think cooking has evolved in the past few years?
Cooking, yes, it has evolved in many ways. Because now, even when I do my menus, I have to include at least two or three plant-based eating because there's a rise in plant-based. People are choosing now to reduce or eliminate animal products from their diet. I see a rise also in cooking at home. Maybe it may be tend to the economy because when you have a lot of inflation, people don't really go out. They find it easier for them to save money if they cook at home. Um, I see also a trend in people asking recipes that are fast and easy, like two or three ingredients. They don't want to spend a lot of time in cooking.
Okay, so these, uh,
And what I
yes, go
could
ahead.
add also, um, yesterday, for the past few months, I not only promote the new Caribbean cuisine, but I try to incorporate more in global cuisine because people are more interested in that also. And I think you can connect more if in a menu you have a few items that some people can relate to.
Okay, so citing these trends that you named, which may have staying power, they likely will. The plant based eating and cooking at home certainly doesn't go out of style. How is these would shape perhaps your role as a chef? So, how do you see the identity of the chef uh, evolving in the past in the past few years?
Um, the chefs, I think, are becoming more of like influencers because we can set up trends. It's like if we promote a menu, people can relate to that. Chefs are leaving the kitchen now to talk more about what their favorite dishes, the way they cook, the way they source their food. And like I said, chefs can help really the farmers because by doing like a seasonal menu, by using local ingredient, we can help our farmers and support the economy as well.
And you do this in your role. You're a supporting member of the Chefs Manifesto, which is a collaborator with Scoolinary. Now, the Chefs Manifesto has an 8-part action plan, which people can find at Sustainable Development Goals 2 or SDG2.org, I believe. How are you implementing the plan into your catering business?
Yes, it's for Chef Manifesto. I choose two areas: is education and to promote local sustainable food that has a focus on climate change also. Because I believe there are certain crops that tend to disappear, and there's certain crops also that are good for soil retaining, like the legumes. We can have the peas, the beans, soybeans that are really good for the planet. And like I mentioned earlier, even in Haiti, we are really prone to natural disaster. I promote the moringa with really a tree of life, and that can retain all those nutrients that can protect the soil from erosion and improve soil health. And recently, in some part of the country, they start planting kale. We have jute leaves also that are really good, that is widely consumed in the center part of Haiti and the south. It's like spinach.
And as far as the diners, that's us, are concerned, what do you think we could be doing better as consumers with respect to some of the initiatives in the Chef's Manifesto?
I will say so be more mindful of waste, because I tend to have like a zero when I was teaching. My student came up with some hashtag zero waste. It's really because say telling the people to reuse and repair, and sometimes pass some time to be more informed also about the product and service that we buy, being more aware of the environmental and social impact of what we're having. For example, if you buy local and seasonal, you don't have to worry about the carbon footprint, and it's fresher, tastier, and less expensive.
That is excellent advice. Thank you. Last question for you. Who would you recommend for an episode, for a future episode of this podcast?
I will say Jose Andres, because I'm not looking at disaster relief only. It's what happened after disaster relief. I love the program that he did in Puerto Rico after Hurricane Maria. It's the Plow to Play program that resonate with my work with farmers in Haiti. Um, it's it's really good because you help and work with the farmers, you promote buying local, and that resonate again with the label that we created and by the motto we have of buying 100% local.
Excellent. That's a great recommendation, of course. Hey, Natasha, thank you so much. That's all I have in terms of questions for you. But thank you very much for joining us for coffee.
Thank you, Wendy, and thank you for another window to showcase our culture. I thank you very much.
If you like this episode, don't miss an episode by becoming a member. We're waiting for you each week with more guests. We're on all podcast platforms. Just search for Coffee with Scoolinary. We're also waiting for you at our website and on our social networks, where you can get to know all our courses and teachers.